Good evening. This is Andy Tate for the Manchester United Agenda. Tonight we'll be talking about Nottingham Forest, transfer day, deadline, signings, and are we about to get to Wembley? Let's find out with the Man United Agenda. Good evening, everybody. Andy Tate, header of the Man United Agenda on a Tuesday night. Sorry I couldn't do Monday night, family matters and all that. But hey, I'm here on a Tuesday night, 24 hours from the big game. Already looks like we're going to be playing Newcastle because they've already scored an early goal. 1-0 up and 2-0 up on aggregate. But we're concentrating on everything Manchester United. We've got a return leg with Nottingham Forest, which we hold a 3-0 lead. We're going to be talking about various transfer day deadline signings and what's going to happen tomorrow night at Old Trafford. And we should just get through across the line over to get to Wembley and maybe a trophy for Ten Hag. Guys, are we there? Good evening.
We're
Good
here.
evening. Loving the Star Wars vibes. I'm loving it. We got Palpatine with his hood up as well. I'm loving it. I'm loving it, guys. So, how are you tonight, Mr. Solo? Look, are you a bit nervous for Wednesday?
I wouldn't say nervous. We couldn't. You know what? We can't take for granted. We got to make sure we go in. We still put a performance in, and I'm pretty confident we'll get over the line. The only sticky part is we're not in the final as yet, but Newcastle will be very tough if we were to get over the line to face Newcastle. It'd be a very difficult game. And also with Newcastle United, you got to remember what happened in 1999. We went on to win the treble, and that beautiful Paul Scholes goal, set us on our way there. So yeah, there'll be revenge. But let's see.
Could be a cup treble, couldn't it? Yeah, cup
Could
treble.
be.
History repeats itself. And my good friend Armando, who's just relaxing. How are you, my friend?
Yeah, good, Andy. Good, Andy. Big up, Soda. Big up everyone in the comments as well. It's a good time to be a Man United fan. I mean, when you say, how am I look at the last two games, feeling sweet. Weren't the best opposition, but we've beaten teams, And then, obviously, the only down point for me was just a big, giant Newcastle striker playing for Reading now, and that's also called Andrew or Andy, who...
You mean a fug? A fug.
Yeah, a real thuggish move there. He crunched our boy. Our boy carried on, gritted his teeth, and carried on for another 20 minutes or so. And then when he came off, and then he's going off on crutches, we know that's Eriksen, guys. And it's really sad sight because I thought Eriksen's a brilliant player this season. We can't replicate what he does. But last night we did a show saying, oh my God, we might as well rely on the kids. And then we got some news today where someone's getting a plane over. Marcel Salisbury, whatever his name is. What a baller, what a player. So I'm delighted by that. And yeah, it gives us momentum. I mean, just lifts up the spirit as well. So I'm feeling really good coming out.
Yeah, it's a ready-made replacement. And I must admit, not heard of him. I've had to Google stuff, watch videos of his. Put it on there. I've done a crash course on him in about 15 minutes. From his days at Red Bull to his time now at Bayern Munich. And like I say, he's a strong tackler. He's very skillful. He's got a good free kick. I mean, I think he's got it all. I mean, he's a bit more complete than Eriksen, who is absolutely going to be truly missed. But hopefully now, like I say, he's about to be signed. I think he's just arriving at Carrington. I've seen before on an anonymous feed. I won't reveal what my feed was. But he was arriving in a convoy of cars, and I think this is the only one we're getting across the line. It's amazing what a club that won't do anything when they panic because it's now shown again. Because if you remember in the last transfer window, we panicked and we blew 180 million, and now we panicked. Ten Hag has actually pressured him, And Richard Arnold has actually made a few phone calls and not sat on his ass all the time and actually done something right.
So do you think the guy was on the waiting list? Do you think this is based on Eriksen getting injured, or do you think he would have been signed anyway? What's your thoughts on that?
I think he's just a short-term guy. I mean, we were looking at replacements, we're looking long-term strategy. This is for the here and now, what we need to try and get us over the line, to try and qualify for Champions League and maybe get a trophy or two. So it's a pretty positive replacement, and I'm all for it. Mr. B here, Samba man himself, brilliant. But yeah, I think it's a ready-made replacement, and he won't be in the squad for tomorrow. But I think he'll be registered in time for Crystal Palace. Good. And on an emotional weekend at that as well, with the Munich anniversary coming up.
Yeah, and with the Munich anniversary coming up as well, guys. Remember, Andy, we're working with Andy, obviously. Andy's doing the hosting mainly, but I just want to give a reminder to members only that Andy is actually going to feature on the membership only show, giving his tribute to it. Also, Jay Motti will be doing it, and it will be only for members only as well. So, guys, make sure you do that as well. What you're just saying, I'm going to don't know much about the player as well, but if I'm right to say, this is a player that Ralph Rangnick spoke about whilst he was at Manchester United as well. So it's a player, what I've heard as well, Andy, I don't know much about him, but it's the same sort of stats we're reading off about. He's just as good as Eriksen. The other issue with this is obviously a short term, and there's nothing to say that we can go in and sign him at the end of the season. There's no sort of clause to say that we have to sign him. We're not sure how much. Armando might be more sort of like understand a bit more with the transfer fee, how much he's worth, because I've just walked in from work and I've heard the great news, and I would have to go and actually physically look in more depth into this player. I don't know if Mr. B or Armando knows
crash
more.
Courses after this show tonight, guys. I'm sure they will. Mr. B, do you know anything about him?
I know exactly what Amonde's told me. No, what I do know, what I do know is that we had a list at Old Trafford, with summer list. He was on the same list Eriksen was on. Obviously, we got Eriksen, so it's not somebody who has just come up in the last 24 hours. It's somebody that the club would have been interested in signing full term. Pace-wise, he's quicker than Eriksen. Touch-wise, he's got the same touch. He's just a bit more aggressive around the pitch. Fred, energy levels, we can compare to Fred, but technical,
technically he's better than Fred. That's what you're trying to say, isn't it?
Yeah, we've now got a fast Eriksen playing, instead of Solo's partner in crime there.
Instead of broccoli, this new lad is more like sweet potato. That you're trying to say.
There you go. Yeah.
So if he starts scoring, it's sweet potato for Sunday roll.
Sweet potato. That's what we're gonna call it.
But if Fred come off the bench and score a goal, it's more broccoli then, yeah?
Yeah, I got that one written down now.
Right, guys. What was I going to say? Last time we met Nottingham Forest, it was a quite convincing 3-0 win in the end. In the previous meeting from last Wednesday, we sort of had a dodgy 25-minute spell after we scored from a fantastic goal from Marcus Rashford, roadrunner style, Sonic the Hedgehog. Quite fortunate with a VAR equaliser, which was ruled out, and we rolled our luck a few times. But fantastic second goal from Weghorst and a Bruno finish with an assist from Ilanga. So I think we've done enough to get over the line from last Wednesday. But do you think we're still going to get a game tomorrow night and changes are going to be made?
Yes.
I'll go Mr. B with that.
Yeah. Changes definitely have to be made. I know he's stubborn. I know he wants to win every game, but he's done that. The hard part was done in the first leg. Forest don't win away from home. That's another advantage that we do have. Forest haven't won away from home, or they're not winning away from home this season.
They beat Southampton. That's it. Just before Christmas.
Yeah. Okay.
We drew with Bournemouth recently, so
On Monday, I'm sure me and your team our weekend team combined can give Southampton a game. So I'm gonna take it that we're through. I don't see, you don't want to count your chickens because you don't want to get embarrassed. But let's be honest, they've got no chance. They're just turning up for a payday tomorrow.
Was it Mr. Beeb though? I know it's total different situation scenario, but does anyone remember when Monaco, I think, was it Monaco versus Real Madrid, and Real Madrid was about 5-0 up or something like that in the Champions League, and I think Monaco came back and won like 7-7. What is it in the end on aggregate 7-0? So they won 7-0. Sorry, at their ground, and they went through in the Champions League. So
that was Deportivo and AC Milan.
That's the one I was thinking of. Yeah.
There's another one with Monaco.
There was one with Barcelona as well.
There's one Monaco.
PSG.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Are we comparing Nottingham Forest to PSG? Please, dear
No,
God.
what I'm trying to say though, Mr. B, anything's possible. It's football.
No,
As what
Errol,
the great Brian Clough said, it only takes is it 2
Now,
seconds?
young man. Listen, it only takes a second to score a goal. And I remember in the Brian Clough days, Coventry City were 4-0 up to Nottingham Forest. I think this was 1991. This was the Forest in the prime. They won. They lost 5-4. They come back from 4-0 down, and Coventry won 5-4. So anything can happen in a game. I remember that game.
I don't believe what I'm hearing.
Are
you not serious?
Saying a fact.
I'm dead.
It's not.
It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. I agree.
So why is it coming out of your mouth, Andy? No, Andy. I tell you what. If we lose to game tomorrow, what are you going to do? There's no love. Listen, don't even start with that. I'm not getting involved in any of that.
World Cup final we had Argentina and France. I tell you.
Please, look.
Fair enough.
I want to be that guy who's, the nerve. No, we're through. We're through already.
I agree wholeheartedly. But we don't want to lose this game.
Okay. Right. I understand. So a 3-2 loss, you're not going to be happy with, right? No.
Like I say, if we lose, say 1-0, 2-0, we'll not be happy 2-1. We have to keep this winning run going.
Okay.
I know the game's meaningless. It's about keeping the mentality and everything going. And a win's a must tomorrow.
Yeah. We should be able to win that game, to be honest with you. But I'm just playing devil advocate right here. That's all I'm doing.
No, what you're doing is stirring the pot, Errol.
Do you think we're as good as Bucks on the Euston line to Wembley?
Look, some people in the Man United agenda have already booked their ticket from Ireland to come over for the final after the 3-0. I mean,
someone's already booked a coach to Park.
It's done. It's only Errol here. It's only Errol here is talking it up and put a question mark on it. I mean, Eriksen's injured, yeah. Are we going to rotate? Maybe, does the manager try and win every game? Yes, he does. He always plays probably his strongest side that he can physically do. But let me say this. I watched Forest against Man United at their ground. That was their opportunity at home with the fans on the side to really show something and put it on us. And they didn't have enough quality. I'm sorry. They didn't have enough quality to beat us. We beat them physically. We beat them down. We matched them in that department. And our quality shone through in the end. I mean, Rashford's goal was fantastic. And then after that, I felt they were a bit deflated. When I was looking to see what they had to offer, it wasn't enough. We were in good position. And now that we've got the advantage, we can go out there, we can be a bit more conservative and say, all right, let's just manage this game out. Even if it pitters out to a 1-0, 2-0, it's not about scoreline.
Yeah,
I think we want to win the game.
Energy. Yeah.
Yeah, let's just win the game and let's just manage the game. And let's not have any scares, like men getting sent off.
We don't need injuries. We don't need suspensions, let's say.
Yeah. Take us home to Wembley because Andy's booked his ticket. Pat Lawless has booked his ticket, and we're ready to go.
And we're right next to Wembley, so we don't need anything. We just turn up on the day.
Yeah, we just turn up. Solo's confident. We've already booked. We're prepping. We're prepping for the inevitable. Hopefully, double Wembley, 2 cups and a top 4. That's what we're preparing for. But Solo, do you think that we may struggle for Wednesday, or we just get the job done?
I think we just need to get the job done. I think we need to, the team needs to sit there, and it's like Sunday League football, when even if you're 3-4-0 up at half time, the manager always say to you, it's 0-0. It's still 0-0. So you have to go out there, even though we're 3-0 up, you still got to go out there and think it's a 0-0 game, and you have to go out there, and every half is a cup final, and go and play the football. So we got 1 foot in, but it's the probabilities. That's all I'm saying. I'm not negative. I'm trying to be. I'm positive about it, but everyone who knows me well enough to, that's the way I do it. I'm on the fence. I sit on the fence.
Harold,
can't get over the fence.
Harold, on this fence that you're sitting on, what did you see in the last game from Forest that would really threaten us? What did you see? Be honest now.
No, I'm not saying there's anything at all to threaten us. What I'm saying is I'm just being sort of mindful. It's a football game. Anything can happen.
I can see where he's coming from. Only on
all I'm saying.
Lapses of concentration, which led to that equaliser. Well, being ruled out. That 25-minute spell, Forest ran at the fullbacks, and he created 1 or 2 chances, and that's the only concern. It's about concentration at the defence at the back, and Forest, even though they signed half the planet like Chelsea. With their signings, and they're signing somebody from Atletico Madrid, I think, but he's
Philippe,
not
defender,
going to be playing.
33, I think. Yeah, he's about 33.
So, like I say, it's just them lapse in concentration. We don't want to give them any hope, and we see that first 25 minutes. The longer they don't score, the shorter the odds, and it's going all good. So it's just about that first 25-minute spell. I mean, if we score first, it's game over. But it's like that 25 minutes from last Wednesday, we don't need a repeat of it. We don't need to give ourselves trouble.
Fair enough.
So we're going with the team selection, guys. I'll just read a few comments for this.
Go to the comments, Andy.
Let's go for some comments. Obviously, we started off talking about the new signing, and I want to say hi to Adil. So he's talking about our man. Pronounce his name if you can.
Abdel Ahmed. And he's just said Sabitzer and 3 Reds. Tyrone Williams, good evening, sir. Good evening, everyone. Is everyone as excited about Sabitzer as I am? Well, I hope you did a crash course like we all did. Everyone's nodding like Churchill tonight.
No.
And McKay, Tyrone Williams is a very sensible emergency signing. I think he is. I tend to agree. Wow. I love this name. Yank talking smack.
Big off.
I dream for United to move this quickly. Yeah, I agree on that. United only move when they want to move. And from good evening to Bill Baggio. Sabitzer was kicked in the Swiss league. It will depend on how we play him, deep or offensive. Interesting signing, as he needs to kickstart his form. Yeah, he's sort of like, he's a bit short at Bayern Munich, innit? He's in and out of the team. Hey, Mr. B, you're on your mic.
Sorry, obviously, I know that we don't want to drip too much on the Sabitzer thing, because I know Monday's probably going to be going for it a little bit later. But do you think that we went in for Gravenberch and we were offered Sabitzer?
Could have been. Oh, do you mean the former Ajax lad?
Yeah, is it Gravenberch?
Yeah, I heard that last week.
Because he hasn't been playing. Do you think that's where this has come from?
Yeah, it's possible. I mean, Chelsea were in for him this morning, weren't there? There was rumours of Chelsea in for Sabitzer because they are they are probing the rule book, throwing this, that, the other, shoving, pulling levers, twisting knives, fucking spanners, whatever to get this transfer tonight from Benfica for Enzo. So God knows what dodgy things they're pulling out of the act tonight. So I believe, yes, we were in for somebody, maybe him, the former Ajax lad, but and it's a free transfer. We've not paid a fee, and it's really good. It's really beneficial. We've got another one from Abdel Ahmed, but Savitz never played in the Prem, could take time to settle. Look, I'm going to say this. Paul Merson absolutely talking absolute tosh tonight. Why have we done this? Why have we done that? I could say the same thing about Jorginho. Why have you taken a gamble on a player who may have only won a Champions League, but you were so hyped up for Cancelo? I forgot what he was called.
What's the new Brighton?
Yeah, the Brighton lad. They were so much in for the Brighton lad. Paul Merson spouting that we're desperate, and I'm sick of it. Concentrate on your own game, Paul, and if you win the league, come back to me, because you talk absolute tosh. It does me head in. Does me head in. I'm sorry, guys. Really got me wind up that when I read that. Really got
let it go, Andy. Let it go.
Oh yeah, if I see him at Wembley, I'll let it go. Yeah, I'll launch it. And this tonight, this is from Stumpy Candletop.
Stumpy Candle,
that's the Brits, so I've got a sister.
Zoe Media.
And this one from Zoe's Media House. Good evening, Zoe. And this one's from Hail Hydra. Have we signed anyone, lads? I don't know. I think we've got somebody. This is from Emma K. I would love for us to score 3 more goals, probably kill the time, and bring on the kids.
Yeah, good call.
Wishful thinking, but you never know. And Bill Baggio.
Emma doesn't think the kids are going to be starting tomorrow, obviously, by that comment.
Think he could be, and this one's from Bill Baggio. Think he could be special for Ten Hag. Interesting. We was offered some other good players, but Ten Hag was persistent.
Adamant.
I'm going to call it on Sapizio. So I would think he's pushed this. He's pushed United to do that. Like I say, he's found that little notepad at the bottom of the drawer, which was left there by the previous management, and he's pushed it. So yeah, we've done it. And this one from Andy Long. Against Forest, we were effectively 3-0 up at half-time, so we should expect to see a bit more youth than for 30 minutes. I don't know. I would say. And this one's from Adel Ahmed Aguel. Even Liverpool against Barcelona. We all remember that, don't we?
Mm-hmm.
3-0 down, 4-3. And UK Strains, are you actually talking about us losing tomorrow night? It's about... He's
not talking about losing.
We're not talking. We're talking about keeping a winning run. A winning run.
Is. Oh no, Mr. You're going the wrong way. You're going the wrong way.
You know, it's weird when you try and work it. When you try and do it on the screen, it's really weird. But yes, we're pointing to you. We're all pointing to you.
What do you expect from somebody who has a pink hoodie on a podcast? You know what I mean? You're stirring the pot on a Tuesday night. Oh. Exactly. And this one was from
CALLULA.
Good evening, CALLULA, miss. Hey, guys. Even I am getting to London. We are winning. Well, if you come here by rail, train, or car, whatever, the Man United agenda will welcome you with all arms. And this was from Kieran O'Connor. Andy is a legend. Thank you, Kieran.
Big up.
The last one for now. Keep them coming in, guys.
Yeah. Keep them coming in. FC United forever. Evening, Mr. Pink, Papa, and Cookie B.
Big up.
We need a name for Andy, FC United.
These behind the scene nicknames. I'm not.
It's definitely not behind the scenes.
Yeah, definitely not behind the scene.
Yeah.
Your name. I'm sure she'll work out.
She'll get something for you. Yeah, she'll get a name for you soon.
Yeah, she'll get one for you.
Oh, that's just prime. That's just prime.
Guys,
guys.
I was going to say. Andy, sorry, I was going to say 26 in the chat, guys. Only 22 likes. Would you mind just hitting us that like button, please, and get us up to
30 likes?
Let's go 40 likes. 40 likes for Andy. 40 likes for Andy.
40 likes for Andy. Come on, guys, and subscribe to the channel. I'm hosting now this every Monday and Tuesday, and this is a great channel. It's growing. This is purely Alpha Man United. There's no impartiality. This ain't clickbait. This is just for the love of football and Man United. So, guys, are we going with the team selections for tonight? Tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night. Yeah, and
it's available. I don't know, man. Yeah.
Come on, you talk to us.
I'm get you for this, Mr.
It's fine as well.
Say it, get you, Mr. Solo. I would say let's say a selection I would put in, was it Butling? Or what?
Butland.
Butling, yeah. The Crystal Palace lad. I would play Harry Maguire.
I'm on there smiling.
Harry Maguire, Luke Shaw. I would rest Varane. I would rest. God, my mind's gone. When you're in full flow, you're in full flow. I would keep it a mix of young and some useful prospects. I would rest Bruno. I would rest Casemiro, and no Fred. Maybe McTominay.
Andy, did you just say no Fred with serious face there?
McTominay's out. McTominay's out.
Okay.
Well, Fred is going to get a game tomorrow. So I think Bruno needs a rest. I really do. Bruno needs.
Who plays instead of Bruno? Who are you playing instead of Bruno?
I don't know. It's maybe one of the youngsters. Maybe I don't know. Zidane, Iqbal. You know, who knows? I don't know. What was your team's? I mean, I would rest Rashford as well. I've also, let's say, Sancho coming back into the mix. That is brilliant. I would bring him. Palestra, Garnacho up front. That'd be a fantastic forward line tomorrow night, and an easy game to break him in. And like say, Martial. Is Martial still injured? Is glass ankles?
Yeah.
Is he still injured?
Yeah, I think he's still injured.
Yeah.
This motherfucker, man. He's gonna end up getting. You know what pisses me off? He's gonna end up getting sold, not because he's not good enough, but because we can't trust him to play. He's gonna be another Eric Bailly. Jeez, this guy, man.
How can you do that to him?
Does my head in.
I mean, I would say Lindelof in the back four as well, and pretty much my side of the team. Maybe, like I say, you might get a mixture of youth and blend, but it's just to see the first half through, and if we're still 3-0, we're all right. So then you can make changes then. So
you know what? So we know Eriksen's out for one. You're saying McTominay's out as well, Mr. B?
Yeah.
Eriksen's who else is availability here? Who have we got?
So out tomorrow, you got obviously Eriksen's out, Donny van der Beek's out, Twanzebe is out, Scott's out, Dalot is out, Luke Shaw, Anthony Martial, and Jadon Sancho could be there and thereabouts in the squad.
What's wrong with McTominay?
I know he was injured for the first game. Rebel put in the chat that he's not back until after Crystal Palace.
Okay.
Yeah, he sidelined it. That's all it says. He sidelined it. Not sure what the injury is, so he sidelined it.
Well,
injuries, not injuries.
We're a bit weak in midfield then, I'd say. If Eriksen's out and McTominay, that leaves Fred and Casemiro.
So, I mean, I think the thing is, because we're so short, I think he's probably going to play players that he wouldn't normally have played. So I think Casemiro starts tomorrow. I think Casemiro starts tomorrow.
We have to remember, looking at the pattern of the manager here, even when we played Charlton, who were like the lowest division team that we've played this season, he still played a relatively first team side. There's only a couple of players like Manu, Kobe. And we talk about Bruno being rested. Kobe could start.
You're sort of right, because he had to bring on the experienced players just to get the job done at the end. Because Charlton give it a right go, and fair play to him at second half. I mean, I would say Anthony to play as well to continue his form as well. So maybe more broccoli or sweet potato on the line. I don't know, but on
the line. There's this. So sorry, guys. I was going to say there's 28 in the chat, guys. If you're new to the channel, please just give us a like or subscribe. There's this comment as well for you, Andy. I think it's a question.
Yeah, this is from Danan Kroom. Evening, lads. I've read that Erik ten Hag was already inquiring about Sabitzer last summer. Maybe a last-minute signing, but not totally random. I would say that's well, anything was better than, was it Rabiot we were linked with in the summer as well?
Can I? Do you think Rabiot played that bad in the World Cup? After his World Cup performance, don't you think that he was? I thought he would have been pathetic, to be fair, but he was a big cog in that France team.
I mean, could we get him tonight? I mean, I know his mummy's boy. His mum's his age. Mum's a word is his age.
Yeah, that's the biggest issue, to be fair.
I mean, Juventus have got major problems of getting another points deduction. They're going to be nearer to the bottom than they are to the top.
Wow.
So
they're struggling, aren't they, Juventus, at the moment? They had points deducted, and I think also with it as well, they're struggling. Did they lose the other day? I think they lost
to Monza at home.
Monza at home. 2-0, or was it 2-0?
Who's it? Team selection.
Yes.
Mondo, what would your team selection be?
Oh, I'm last because I've got my solo 11.
So
guys, in the chat as well. Don't worry about that. You guys are doing your own team. Don't worry about the solo 11.
Mondo, how would you put the squad for some?
It's not what I've got two things. What I think what the manager is going to do. What I think he should do is probably don't play minimum of 3 youngsters. Any more than that, you're going to put yourself in trouble. This is a Premiership team, mind you. We're full of professionals, fit, strong units of men. And then I think it's going to be a problem if we try to sort of underestimate them. And then we might sort of have to apologise to Errol for sort of suggesting we might lose. I think we could opportunity to play 2 youngsters. Maybe start. I'm talking about Garnacho, Palestri, and someone else like Kobe or like you said, Zidane, Iqbal. What's likely to happen is you're going to play all the first team players as much as you can to ensure it, and then maybe drop people if we're comfortable by half time. So there is a selection dilemma here with the manager based on players missing and based on fatigue as well, which were a few concerns. We've seen now that Eriksen's gone out. We weren't expecting that, and it's hit us hard. We've been a bit fortunate up until now with injuries and that kind of thing with first-team players. But now that Eriksen's gone out, we have to really sort of be mindful going forward about how we manage these games. So it's down to the manager, but I would play 2 or 3 youngsters.
Yeah, I would change the keeper as well. I would change the keeper because if at half-time, you got one eye on Saturday as well with the Premiership double-header coming up, points on the line as well. So maybe and in goal, like you say, the Crystal Palace lad. So one eye on Saturday as well. Eric Ten Hag will be thinking on that as well, I think. Yeah. So, Mr. Solo, what is your
It's coming up, but before it comes up, guys, in the chat, if you don't know how this goes, some of you already done it. It is the solo 11 that's going to be showed on screen. So get your team selection in the chat.
Are we still on Windows 95 on your PC?
My PC.
Mr. Solar. You still on Windows 95?
Windows 92.
92.
Yeah, this is it. This is a solo 11.
Right. A pretty much selection there. Very much strong selection. De Gea, Varane, Amorim, Bissaka, Martin, Shaw. I would say maybe give one of Varane a rest to put maybe chop change it at the back. Casemiro, Fred. Possible, yeah, filled on Garnacho, Elanga. No, Garnacho and Palestra. Definitely. Looks like Bruno's not going to get any rest, and Weghorst up front, Rashford getting a night. So pretty much, I would say it's an 85% chance of a squad that 80. You got a good chance that might be come to fruition tomorrow. So what do the other guys think of it?
Boy, I like it. I would play Maguire and Lindelof. Oh, is Lindelof injured? Did we say he's injured? I'm not sure.
Lindelof.
I can't remember. So I would play Maguire and Lindelof. Give these guys a run out. Sure, I'll play Malacia. He played all right, didn't he? I thought. Yeah, I'll play Malacia on the left back as well. Beyond that, yeah, you can't be too risky. You've gone smart there with this solo 11. Playing Garnacho. I'm sure the fans would love to see that because usually comes off the bench. This is about the slow policy of bringing him in, incorporating him into the side before he starts games. I know he did start a game early in the season, but it's great when he comes off the bench because by the time he comes off the bench in the second half, usually the game is quite stretched and he looks good because he's running at defenders and things. But it'd be interesting to see him playing from the start against a Premiership team and see what he can do because his defensive side of the game as well. There's still a few question marks there. Palestri, I think, has been fantastic. I would have him over Elanga because I don't see what's going to happen with Elanga at the moment. I think Pelestri is showing a lot of promise, similar to Elanga when he came on the scene. But for this game, I would play Pelestri or Anthony before Elanga and bring Elanga on for Weghorst, make that the like-for-like change going forward. But yeah, it's a concern when you look at midfield, who's the cover there? I would start with the strong boys in midfield, and then if we're comfortable, then bring on the youths, maybe Zidane, Iqbal, and whoever's on the bench, maybe Kobe, to rest these guys. They're so important at the moment.
Oh, thank you. So, guys, in the comments, there's a few teams. Omondi is going to highlight them, and Andy's going to go through them. But yeah, that is my team. I did go strong. I'm not taking anything for granted whatsoever. I do get the fact is we need to rest players, but right now, I'd rather us go on and actually win this game very comfortable rather than worrying. I know we got games coming thick and fast. We've got like Crystal Palace, then we've got a double header against Leeds United as well. So, yeah, they're coming thick and fast, but we're Manchester United. The squad is thin, but we need to get through these games and finish as high in the league as possible and go on to Wembley to win this trophy as well. And also, yeah, that's what we need to do. Omondi agree with me for once. Yeah. 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 Do you want to go
was right, left, right. I don't know where I'm coming or going. Another comment from De Gea, Varane, Lindelof, Martial, Wan-Bissaka, Fred, Zidane, Iqbal, Pelestri, Garnacho, Rashford, and Sancho, if he is available. Keep forgetting Sancho.
Yeah.
He's going to have to play a part, even if he comes on for a cameo role for the last 10, 15 minutes. He's got to get the feel back of Old Trafford to know he's loved. I'm pretty much sure, but I think he needs to experience it again. And I'm sure if we're in a comfortable position, he'll come. Bless you, Mr. B. Bless you,
Mr. B.
Bless you.
We've got a few. Bill Baggio's team here. It's got an emoji. I don't know who that would be.
Yeah, Bill Baggio, emoji. That's Roberto Baggio played for Inter Milan, AC Milan, Juventus in the 90s. Classic player back in my day. Classic player. Yeah. He was gone for Dave Wan-Bissaka, Lindelof, Martinez, Martial, Casemiro. What's that? Maino? Who's Marino? Oh, Kobe. Oh, and Garnacho. I need to learn about some of these new youngsters. I really do. That's me. Dad, he knows more about me about these youngsters because he watches.
He's got a horse sign, horse emoji for Weghorst.
Oh, Weghorst.
Yeah, Weghorst.
Oh, right. De Gea, Calais,
Zandy's thing is muted.
I call him HD HD Gaming.
I think Andy's internet.
Lost.
Bless you.
Mr. B sneezing the place up. Andy's frozen.
At least the bubble doesn't come out of Mr. B's nose.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, HD Gamer, your tide's up. Yeah, there you go. Hataya Williams has gone. De Gea, Dello, Varane, Martinez, Malacia as the back four. Fred, Maino, Kobe Maino, and Garnacho, Pelestri, Sancho, and Martial. So there's a lot of wide men, no real central. He's dropped Bruno there. Hell on Wheels say good evening from Norway. Beautiful people.
Big up, welcome.
Great science, Sabitha. I'm not getting it. United, Ten Hag, quality signing. Thank you very much. Matthew Bassett here saying Butland, as Andy agreed. Wan-Bissaka, Maguire, Martinez, Malacia, Casemiro, Fred, Elanga, Sancho, Garnacho, and Weghorst. People want to see Sancho in the side. No more. That's all we got for now. And currently Newcastle 3-1 up. So it looks like we're playing Newcastle. Over to you, Andy.
You back, Andy? He's frozen, I think.
Okay. Solo 11. Yeah, you know what? Your team is decent, man. It used to be a bit of a novelty, this, but now we're taking it seriously.
Oh, thanks.
Honestly,
You're taking me seriously now.
Yeah, it used to be like the comedy section of the show, the comedy thing. But your team's a real deal now. I like that.
Yeah. You're back now, Andy? He's moving.
Yeah, I'm back now, mate.
Oh, no, he's definitely not back. He's going to be back in a minute, though. Apologies for that, guys.
I mean, just quickly, look, I know we're talking about the final great way, but our Newcastle, they've got the best defensive left record in the league.
Yeah.
They're a team that seem like a team. They played together. They haven't got any real marquee signings, but they're very strong. They're resilient, and they're British-based in a way. A couple of Brazilians in there as well, players that have been there. He hasn't really made major changes. And he's brought another British young player in Gordon from Everton as well, which is their idea, which shows which kind of direction they're going in with their signings. They want players that are going to be ready to go, understand the Premiership, and on it as well. So I think Newcastle are a real threat, and I would hate to go to a final and lose to a team like that, because that would be the make. Because you have to remember this with Newcastle, because they haven't won anything for so long.
Yeah,
they will be up for it. All the fans will be up for it. I don't want to be that sucker. That sucker team that loses to Newcastle,
and you're not playing for.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I ain't getting on that train. Down to London, but yeah, I don't want to be that team that loses to Newcastle, and gets whooped by them, where they would say, "Yeah, we've won our first trophy in years because we beat Manchester United." What's
the whipping boys in it? Like calling us the whipping boys or something like that. I'm not having it.
It's not a joke. It's not a joke for us.
Yeah, I'm not buying that at all, man. We need to go and deal with Newcastle properly. We need to.
Yeah. They'll be thinking the same thing as us, guys. Sorry, Gremlins in the system on my end. Sorry, I timed out and come back in.
Did you get the Gremlins wet then, Andy?
Yeah. I'm still stuck in the 80s. My Gremlins multiply and they go all over the place, telling you. But Newcastle will be thinking the exact same thing we're doing with their manager. First time, first final. First full season, trophy, same mind mentality for somebody. It's going to be history making. It's history making.
Yeah, wouldn't it? I was going to say, wouldn't it be lovely though? Like Ten Hag first season, I think Arteta did it in his first season. He won the FA Cup in it. Wouldn't it be so nice? The first trophy that's up for grabs, we go on and win that, and it just give the club that boost. And
you know what?
Just like what it did for Ferguson as well.
I mean, the FA Cup draw last night as well, another home tie against West Ham and Moyes. David Moyes is coming back to town. You know what I mean? So, pal of mine, Moyes is coming back. All these ties are midweek, aren't they? All these ties are midweek. Straight after the Carabao Cup final. So are we going to be playing? We're going to be playing on a Sunday. Or are we going to be playing a Wednesday or a Thursday or a Friday? So it's got to be between a Monday and a Thursday. I've got a feeling ITV are going to shaft us and bend us over on the BBC, and we're going to be on a Thursday night, Old Trafford, and I'm going to miss it. So that's my predicament. But yeah. FA Cup, 10 out of 10. Maybe a League Cup as well.
Oh, Mr.
B is full of a cold, bless him.
He's got allergies.
He's got allergic seat in his eyes, isn't it?
It's a good job I'm here. It's a good job it's a good. You lot don't have to catch none of this.
You do what I did to them is to be on the train. Like literally, people just coughing, sneezing all day on the train, man. It's a nightmare.
I'll be honest. I
stare at them when they cough. I stare at them when they cough. I look at everyone who cough on the train. I'm like,
if I cover my mouth and somebody, if I cough and I cover my mouth, that's fine. If I'm not gonna, but you know, if I do that, it's tough. You're not gonna get what I get, innit?
Yeah. First train this morning, I got on. The guy standing next to me, he was like, and I'm looking at him, going. Straight away, just looked at him. He just looked me up and down and put his back. 2 minutes later,
just cover your mouth. Yeah, just cover your mouth.
So, and then the thing is, because and then wait for it though. The people who cover their mouth, it's the one that cover their mouth and then start touching. Listen, if you cover your mouth, man, don't touch nothing else, because tall people got to reach high, to hold on to.
Triple jab, quadruple jab. You've had more jabs than Muhammad Ali. You know what I mean? Talk about rumble in the jungle, be rumble on the tube, on it. So How we commute to work is an underestimated. I'm telling you. I only have to walk across the road, and I'm there at work. So, it's all right. That.
Not bad, is it?
Not bad at all. Not bad at all. So, guys, I'm going for our score predictions.
Yes, guys, get it in. Get it in.
Yeah, I am going to go for a nice. I'm going to play it safe again. I'm going to go for a nice 2-0 win. We get the job done, goal each half, and we progress to our first final, basically since the Europa League final. So this is big for United. So I'm going to go for 2-0, and I'm going for Vegas to get both.
Yeah, I'll go next. I'm going to say it's 2-0 as well. Not to copy you, Andy, and not playing copycats here, but yeah, I think it's going to be 2-0 as well. I think we keep a clean sheet, just manage the game because it's not. We're in control. 3-0 up, we're in control. 0-0 half time. Just see it out. No frills. Just play the game. See it out. Send them back to Nottingham Forest and fighting for a relegation slot while we go on to Wembley. Yeah, I reckon we're going to get to Wembley 100%. I think we get 2 late goals.
No frill in Manila.
Mr. B, what is your prediction?
I'm actually going to go 2-1. I think they're going to score first. I just have that feeling.
You're living in the moment. You're spicing it up a bit.
Yeah.
Is the lurgy getting to you a bit?
I think they're going to score first, but it's going to have it's not going to change the way that we play. I just think that for the first 20 minutes, they've got absolutely nothing to lose tomorrow.
No, I agree.
So I think for that first 20 minutes, they're going to be going hell for leather to try and score a goal. After that, plain sailing. I'll give a 2-1. I'm going to go 2-1.
You know what? Yeah, and this is going to be Emma's fault. This is going to be who did I see? I see Emma in it, and Andy Long is somewhere agreeing with her. Yeah, and I'm going to put it out there. I'm going to say Man United is going to beat Nottingham Forest tomorrow. It's going to be open game. They're going to go for it, and they're going to end up coming off a big 5-0 losing. Wow. We're going to slap them up 5-0 tomorrow.
I think you're getting a bit ill yourself there, Mr. You're getting a bit there, Errol, Mr. Solo.
Listen, I'm going for gold. We're doing it.
Going for gold.
Helter or Skelter, we're going to slap them up 5-0 tomorrow.
Fair enough.
I'm going for it.
We're not playing it safe. Mr. B's living a little dangerous life. You're quite convinced. The cup treble's on. So, yeah, we're all delusional in our own respectable way. I love it, guys.
I'd love it. It's coming
We're
back.
still fighting for this title. They still got to go to lead.
Yeah, and I'd love it.
You say that, what you did, he went down in my estimate when he said that. About that. And I will love it if we beat them at Wembley. Love it. Yeah, that'll be going around the fucking tunes if they try and beat us at Wembley, won't it? Fucking hell, I'll be pumping that up before Wembley, won't they? Telling you.
No, brilliant. Yeah, there's some score prediction as well to go through.
Okay, so we've got
UK Strange has gone for 2-0. Zoe's Media House is going for 4-0 and an aggregate of 7-0. Ahmed has gone for 2-0. Rashford again, Nacho. Nice and safe. I like it. Emma Kay is, it's a Tuesday night and maybe she's having a bottle or two. Fair play to her. She's gone for a good 5-0 and maybe that's what Solo's on this.
I did see that. That's exactly why.
Yeah. And this is CALLULA has gone for 3-1. Thank you, CALLULA. Andy Long, 4-0. Youth to really shine and agree 2 for the horse. Billy Baggio has gone for 4-0. Garnacho, man of the match. And Cancelo, HD Gamer, Man United 2, Forest 0. Fair Ghost on fire. Your defence is terrified. That was a classic song back in the day, wasn't it? Will Grace is on fire. That was it, wasn't it?
That was, was it Will Green? Will Green? Was it
Will Green? Yeah.
Will Green. Will Green's on fire.
Yeah.
Your defense is terrified.
Yeah, they all went from there, didn't it? Yeah. Eddie's football waffle has gone 2-1 maybe. Hope we see more reserves. Rest the first team, please, Mr. Ten Hag. Unfortunately, you can't do it when there's somewhat on the line. And Stumpy Candletop has gone for 7-4. Wow, I love the optimism on that. I love it. That's like a 60s Boxing Day classic, that. But that's all them back in the day. At Christmas, you would play Boxing Day, then you will go to the return leg on the next day. So United beat Burnley, then it will go to Burnley the next day. So that was back in the 60s. Remember my dad telling me you could win 5-1 next game, go up there, because you're that hungover and drunk from Christmas dinner. You could lose 4-0 at the net up at Burnley. So HD Gamer, we're winning 15-0. Yeah, on a computer game, maybe. And this is for Mr. Kroon. He's going for 3-2. And Matthew Besson has gone for 3-0 to United. Zoe's Media House, what would you do if we won a quadruple? I mean, it's possible.
Party on. I'm partying, mate. I'm party all day, party all night.
Drink, be merry. What would the lineup be? It'd be Smirnoff, Jacks, Tennessee, Southern. We're all spiritual.
Ray, Uncle Ray.
We're all spiritual in the moment.
Uncle Ray.
Guinness, we'll put a tab on at the Man United Agenda Communications Centre at Wembley. And,
Uncle Ray.
Basically, on the way to Wembley, we'll hijack a bag and booze and just drain it dry. Pardon?
The thing with it though, Andy, is we got this thing and it's called firewater, yeah. And the only way of getting to the agenda cabinet and coming to celebrate with us, if you can take at least 1 or 2 of these shots. If you can, and you stand up after the first one. If you stand up after the first one, you can sit with us. You got a table, as what Amanda would say. You got a table. You got a chair around my table. I'll give you my last piece of chicken.
Rock would say, ring.
You might not get home, Andy.
On standby.
There's nothing soft about us around here. Only the comfort. So
if you miss that, coach, it's a long way home. It's a long walk home.
Craytown. You're from the Craytown. I would not mess with the associates. I would not mess. So no, hey, believe me, I know this. It's a long way home if you lose a cup final.
Yeah.
And we've all been there. Maybe not for you guys, but when
it's one bus ride for me.
What?
It's one bus ride. I can see Wembley from here, so it's not that
far. But
you know what?
It's a long bus ride for me.
What's massive is you guys coming down, the whole Paddock and Andy and all these guys coming down to our turf, and this is going to be a special day, guys. So if you are in the area, if you're around Wembley or living in Northwest London like us guys, come and join the party. Come and look out for us. We will be about.
UK trains on it.
And I'll be damned if I'm paying £13 like I did in Chelsea for fish and chips. I'll be damned if I'm paying that. On the King's Road, I'll be damned if I'm paying that with my cola. I'm telling you.
How much is fish and chips up north?
Our door's open for you.
How much is fish and chips up north there, Andy?
£8.
Nice.
What, for a large one?
Yeah, a large one, yeah. Chippy round the corner from me. Probably this that big, like, you know.
Wow.
It's like George's little brother.
£8.
£8.
13 quid for big cod and chips.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's about £13. Yeah. Yeah.
13, yeah.
Jesus,
we get it in a box.
You go out in little and get your point system on that. You fill your fridge for 13 quid.
I can't even remember the last time I had
Lula's
7 quid
in Birmingham.
What you got? She must have fish fingers. £7.
Fish fingers.
£9.50.
£9.50. 14 quid for fish and chips. What planet are you on?
What?
14 quid for fish and chips.
He lives in Chelsea. Feel bad, yo. Feel bad, yo. You live in Chelsea, don't you?
Yeah. Jeez. Annie Ramsden's in Chelsea, probably. That's what, you know what I mean? Oh, God.
Where's that place? It's a place in Coventry, isn't there? That's supposed to be renowned for having the best fish and chips in the UK.
Oh, yeah.
It's got strong as well, hasn't it?
This was before Wakey Wines was a thing, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it Hanley's Big Chippy or whatever it's
Something
called.
like that. Anyone know in the comments the place in Coventry where they're doing fish and chips? There's queues miles and miles.
Yeah, it was all over the place, wasn't it? It went viral.
Well, if you'll be in Northwest London, so you can come to the Caribbean with us, Andy, as Pat did when he came down to London. We got him a nice curry goat and some pineapple punch. And CALLULA, if you're around as well, you can join us. You're a Trini girl. And bring your steel jumps as well.
I don't think you lot are going to get home. I don't think you are going to get. I seriously don't think you're going to get home. I'm so looking forward to Uncle Ray. So looking forward to welcoming you, man. He will.
My coach is 9 o'clock.
Don't worry, you missed that. You missed that. Don't worry. You with us,
yeah, that's good. That's good. I've already told
Mr. B's floor.
I already told her you ain't getting home. I don't know what you're gonna do.
I ain't paying for an hotel. Right? I'm crashing on someone's floor. Then that's it. As long as I got my toothpaste and my spare socks, I'm all right.
Oh,
I will be prepared.
Oh. Well, guys, listen, anyone going to Wembley and you're up for it, there's going to be me, Omondi, Mr. B, Andy, and Pat. And I believe Jay and the rest of the paddock will be with us as well, because it's going to be, I reckon, it's going to be like paddock meets the agenda, innit? It's going to be mayhem.
When Harry met Sally, yeah.
It's going to be absolutely.
Yeah. Does that mean you're going to link us up then? You're saying big up, brother, and you love me. Come on. I know it's no homo, but listen, anybody who sees me over that weekend, walk with a shot glass, because I got a bottle of Ray. I got a sip of Ray for you. That's how I'm going to be going the whole weekend.
Mr. B. Nice pre-prepared broccoli from the local village for Mr. B to eat. Live on the agenda.
But you know what the funny thing is, though, with it is, Mr. B, anyone who wants to come and join it, I've said it right at the beginning earlier, they got to make sure they'll be able to hit the one and only the spirit that they need to hit, and that spirit is called firewater.
Yes.
Firewater.
100% proof. It's ironic, really. I was dropping my friend Rohan back from work. I always drop him home when we come back together. And he was talking about that. We were talking about alcohol and drinking. And he was saying about the firewater.
Did you see that, yeah?
Jamaica, pure.
I've messed up, Mr. B.
It dissolves in your mouth. It actually dissolves in your mouth. That's how bad it is.
Is this rum?
Yes. Yeah. Jamaican white rum.
I'm going to have to Google
it's like paint, you know what it is there, Andy? It's like paint stripper. Trust me.
It's not. Don't frighten him. No, it's not. No. After the first few shots, you don't taste anything else. You'll be fine. You'll be fine, Andy.
You don't feel anything. That's what I mean. You don't taste to feel anything.
There's two things of it you do, with it. You either drink it with on its own, and it's called firewater, or you drink it with water. You don't mix it with Coke.
Ice. You're allowed to have ice.
You can have ice. We'll give you one little piece of ice.
As long as there's some food there to consume, and as long as there's pizza there, I'm there.
16-pound fish and chips with two fish fingers and half a potato. You'll be absolutely fine.
Yeah, you won't be getting. There's no Greggs round there, is there? I'm not having a Tesco meal deal only for it to be snapped up by Chelsea. Jesus Christ!
Oh God!
Guys,
right, we need to
tune in and watch this, because I will have my camera with me, and anything goes down, I will be recording it.
Oh yeah. If this makes us go viral in the right commercial way, we're all for it. If there's any sponsors out there for any firewater, hit these guys up.
Oh God, yeah. GMS.
Hit these guys up for firewater. Go for it, man. Fully endorse it for them. Could be free drug lads. Free drug lads and one principal lads. We're going to be crawling on whatever the result on a Sunday. You're either going to drink yourselves into a coma, or you're going to drink yourselves up the wall winning the trophy.
Sugar.
Oh, brilliant.
Wow.
Brilliant. Yeah.
GMS Global Mapping Surveys, huh?
Yeah.
No
And it
more.
got nothing. The GMS Global Mapping Survey got nothing on some
Firewater,
Firewater.
if you're listening, please come and be our sponsor.
Oh dear.
We will
Dear,
represent
dear,
you well.
Oh, God.
Maybe
No.
GMS could relocate and build a factory for you guys to make firewater.
Oh, top jaw, top jaw.
Oh, man.
I think we got to wrap up now, guys. I think we got to wrap up.
We've been chatting rubbish for the last 15 minutes. But it doesn't
We
matter.
have, but it's,
I know.
listen, we're on our way to Wembley.
Big up Andy Amundo Solo, Mr. Being in the chat. Thank you.
Guys, remember, Andy's here every Monday or Tuesday night hosting. Just make sure you tune in. Solo on Monday and Mr. B. And guess what, guys? We're going to be back here tomorrow with the watch along. Is it Mr. B on a Monday?
Is it what day? You're living in a time warp, bruv. You know what day it is today, right?
It's Tuesday.
Oh shit! Oh damn! Do you know what? I was there to cuss you. I thought it was Thursday. I was thinking there's no game tomorrow. Oh Lord!
Somebody's been on the firewater. A month from now.
Oh wow! Yeah, I don't know. Yes, you will see us tomorrow. Yes, we will be on there tomorrow. We will be on there tomorrow.
No, that's tap water, isn't it? Foxy water.
And Mr. B, I suggest as a doctor from the north to have some warm bourbons tonight to clear your throat. And clear
I've got work in the morning. I don't know how much. I don't know much bourbon I'm allowed to have. To be fair, right?
One will send you to sleep. Just have one.
I might do that. Yeah, I'll take that. Thank you. I will do that.
Brilliant, brilliant. Right, guys, that's it. We're out for tonight. 27 in chat, guys. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe.
Don't forget, 10 o'clock, we do the transfer round.
Oh, yeah, 10 o'clock. Jesus, you guys
check
are
that
on
out.
as well,
Tune in late at 10 p.m. Only
What
20
type of
minutes.
setups this when you forget so long?
Listen, I'm not on it.
As well?
Andy, I'm not on it. If you want to, Andy, if you're free and available, you want to go on at 10 o'clock with them.
Hey, I'm free and available. I'm just going to have a strong drink.
Firewater, yeah.
Firewater, yeah.
I'll send a link. Andy, I'll send a link to you now anyway, yeah? I'll send it to you.
Yeah. I'll see you in about 10-15 minutes.
Yeah, guys, from us tonight on the Money Agenda, make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and go at 10 o'clock and check them out. Andy, Rebel, and Amanda will be on at 10 o'clock. So from us, good night.